business, marketing, and entrepreneurship from the lens of the digital age. It's time to shine digitally.
Welcome back to Shine Digitally, guys. Today we're going to be talking about why you need a team around you, or at least some form of help that can help you scale your business. With that, let's go ahead and dive in. So, guys, recently under the Shine Digitally umbrella, we have been building some digital assets. Specifically, we've been building out some websites. Now, mind you, around this, we have SEO, article creation, we have logos. There's also links, building links, forming links on these directory sites and whatnot. Here's the premise of today, guys. I feel like once you learn these skill sets, right, you don't have to be a master, but simply understanding what they are so that you can connect and put people in place for them is helpful. And so specifically with these websites, these assets that I've been creating, I've actually been not allocating, but outsourcing these specific jobs to people that I've worked with. So I have been using some websites such as Fiverr, Upwork, some of my internal resources and team members that I've decided to build a relationship with. And this has helped tremendously because, see, on a daily basis, I have a little structure where 3 times a day I check Fiverr messages. Now, I might check it in the moment depending on what I'm doing. Like right here before starting the podcast, they needed some information to carry out the task. I might get back to it in the moment, but it's usually just 3 times a day to keep the project moving. And guys, this has helped tremendously because I can focus on learning and creating the overview and having people put in the specific details that's needed. And so for me, guys, this has helped tremendously to shine digitally because it is a series of different moving pieces. And for you to manage all of them can be a lot. It could be a lot if you're making a logo, especially now. It's not a lot if you're just doing one thing. Coffee sip. So if you're doing one thing, then it's not. But see, so me and my me and my partner Jess. I don't know if I've introduced her yet. She'll be on here soon. That's my wife. Me and her, we have a business that we're building online. Um, we also have the family structure. We and I'm just outlining all these things. So that's me and her. Then I have a tree service, which is it's more like foodscaping and synergizing the land, like teaching people about gardening and whatnot and building that aspect. And then I got multiple endeavors online. Oh, and I got 5 children. Yeah, you can't forget that. And on top of that, I play basketball, pickleball, and disc golf weekly. And, I'm an avid chess and poker player. All these things, guys, I'm not rattling this off to, give any type of accolade. This is just to say, how in the hell am I doing all this, right? And it's because I have a team. You need a team. So for me to be building these logos and these different assets, it could be a lot. And so to mitigate that, what I've done is I've created a team. And it's just so satisfying to be able to know whatever I'm doing, the assets are getting created. And what I like about it, if it's not to the liking that I want, we can simply adjust it. We can change it. And it's worked a lot. It's been a very helpful process. And if you're in that bucket, right? Specifically, if you're in the bucket where you're building your business, if you can have someone else do it, do it. Because the greatest capital is time. Yes, money is replaceable. I heard some yesterday saying, why would you ever go organic, when you could use paid ads? They both have their merits, especially if you can build something organic that yields dividends. Like, some of these assets, these websites that we're building, they're going to be optimized to rank within Google. So, without me thinking about it or anything, these websites will be bringing in revenue. You know, as compared to if I'm, spending money on ads, that will generate it initially, but it will need that money to keep going. They both have the merits, but see, time, guys. If you have time, that I mean, not even if you only have time, right? And everything else falls within that: making money, spending time with your family, building businesses. That's all under the umbrella of time. And so, the more you can do to maximize your time, the better. Now, this is why specifically in today's episode we feel that we want to continue to push, not even push, but share that if you can build a team, check out these websites. They're extremely affordable. I've personally built a team around people, that I've vetted out. They're great, just great workers. Of course, you got to vet through and experience people, their communication styles, how they work, all that jazz. But once you build that, guys, now you have a team and it's automated and you can focus on what you like to do. So for me, it's building these podcasts, it's learning. I love gardening. I love being out in our garden. I just transplanted some rosemary. I got the compost going. Got some cucumbers coming in, and I also have to do some. I need to go ahead and plant some peas, broccoli, and just getting ready for this fall season. It's gonna be yeah, we got to get that going. So that whole process, though, guys, building a team will help you to save time. The more time you save, the more money you can make, because then you can take that time and put it towards things like that can build. And personally, I like assets. I don't like building businesses that need my mental capital or even my time capital. I like businesses that I can build and it yields dividends onward, because I put in that energy now and it yields dividends. It's like the cucumbers. We had some cucumbers, right? I probably spent total maybe between 2 and 3 hours, digging creating the bed and just everything around it. And it has produced so much cucumbers, guys. It's ridiculous. Can't even eat it all. It's been that many. Like every week it's at least 10 cucumbers. Between 5 and 10. And my point is, I spent 2 to 3 hours, but for the past 2 months, it's been yielding dividends consistently. And so that's how I like to approach things, especially when it comes to shining online, shining digitally. What can you build that creates that? And I feel like when you have a team behind you that could automate and simplify your processes, then you free up time and it pays dividends into the future. Now that's just insight, guys. If you're not there, then don't worry about it. You don't have to force it. But something as simple as a logo, maybe it's an article that, if this can be outsourced, try it. I promise you. I mean, I've spent hundreds of dollars thus far, just on, these tasks and whatnot, and I have not been disappointed, because it's helped me to focus on the things that I like to do and that I want to learn in. Building a logo and some of these softwares like Adobe and whatnot and Photoshop. Is it bad to learn these things? Absolutely not. But you don't have to do everything, because if you're doing everything, you're not doing anything really good. And so for me, I like to focus on what I can expand upon, which is the macro view, so to speak. I understand the moving parts, what needs to be done, and then how to connect it together to make it shine digitally. That's my expertise, right? I don't have to get granular and do everything, unless, of course, I didn't have the resources to do that and all my attention had to be on the project. But since I have multiple sources that are coming together, I can allocate resources to have things built. It's like a little multi-dimensional puzzle. So that's going to conclude today's episode, guys. If you can, look into building a team. And maybe it's not even a team. Maybe look into doing or outsourcing some specific gig work to see how it goes. Because I truly feel from personal experience that you will shine digitally as you free up your time and you allow yourself to focus on what helps you shine digitally.